Hey y'all, it is March the 2nd, 2018. I'm here to bring y'all a little bit of news and analysis. Alright? And it has to do with the NCAA, and that's a little bit random because I don't tend to even bother. Alright, but suffice it to say, I saw in the news feeds, all up in the articles and the headlines, I saw a little bit of a thing about some sort of head coach or some sort of coach or whatever. Oh, he's being accused of promising $100,000 to one of these college students so they come to his college. All right. And so I don't even know how that's news necessarily. All right, but technically that's a bad thing. Technically that's against the rules, and everybody knows it. You're not supposed to give the kids money in their hands and all sort of gifts and stuff like this. Oh, really? Here's the thing about it. I saw Blue Chips, the movie Blue Chips, when I was a little kid. All right. You don't think that's still going on? Wow, if you don't think that's still going on. All right. So basically, people give money to kids, so they can play football for them, play basketball for them. They give them money under the table because it's against the rules. All right. All this is over the top retarded. Uh, saying to the point where I don't even tend to think about it very much. The thing is, what you have is a process here in which people who run these universities, well, they get filthy rich. People who like televise the college football and especially the football, but the basketball and everything too, they get filthy rich. They get all sort of money. They sell merchandise. Like, dude, they're merchandise, dude. I mean, they get all sort of untold money. Meanwhile, it's supposed to be illegal for the students, the actual student athletes, who are really the only ones putting on the actual performance for people. They get the raw end of they basically don't get nothing unless they take money under the table, which does happen a lot. And guess what? With this process that they've adopted a long time ago, it's going to continue to happen to the end of time, dude. I don't know. I don't know why you think that it wouldn't. I don't know why anybody would think that it wouldn't. So of course it's going to go under the table. Of course it is. And all sort of other stuff. I mean, they're going to offer all sort of ladies and their vaginas. Dude, this has been the case since before I was born, right? So this is still happening, and people are still, every time it happens, they're like, oh my God, this guy, he shouldn't be doing this. He offered the kid money. It's like, yeah, he did. All right. In fact, that's what they do. All right. But the thing is, I was watching that. Well, I wasn't watching it. I didn't read the articles and stuff. Like, I'm not concerned, dude, at all. But the thing is, earlier this morning, I was watching some videos, and there was one YouTube person who I like a lot. And, I've only come across him recently. On YouTube, his name is No Bullshit. All right, but that's his name on YouTube. All right, I'm not cursing, but that's his name. No Bullshit. All right, and he had a video just recently that says South Park does NCAA student athletes explained. All right, which he goes over this whole situation of, the fact is, South Park actually covered the complete over-the-top retardation of college sports. And the fact is that these children don't get no money. They get all shafted. You know what I'm saying? Basically, they're given a little piece of fame and, a little piece of this and that. And then when they're all used up, get them out of here. Who cares? That's how the NCAA really does work. And athletics and stuff like that. Meanwhile, on a side note, most of it's like, you got to understand how this all started. I mean, way back in the day, way back in the day, colleges, they decided, blow off some steam, I would imagine. And then they started doing intramural sports, and it kind of built from there. College student ladies probably went to these sporting events. And so after a while, the rest of the populace wanted to join in, wanted to come in. Obviously, for many different reasons. Number one, the college students are young and full of vigor. Athletically speaking, they're coming close to their prime. They're not even close to their prime. I mean, really, it takes till about their 30. But they're kind of entertaining to watch. They're, because they're so immature, in a sense, you're going to have a lot of spectacles, things of that nature. Not only that, you got to understand, young women in the audience, that was a big deal. right? People wanted to go where the sexually attractive women were at. And I don't even want to get into it too far, but this is how it built up. This is how, back in the day, this is how the whole calamity built up. And it started becoming more and more popular. Meanwhile, before that all ever took place, can you imagine? Let's say not even before that. Imagine a world, all right, real quick. Imagine a world where we had college, we had universities. That's where people go to learn, to get a trade, to get skills, to get knowledge, in order to live a happy, successful life. All right, you hear what I described to you? All right. Now, imagine you had that system. It's going all across the nation. It's going successfully. All these people are getting different trades and skills and knowledge and information that's going to help them to have a happy, successful life. All right? Done. That's it. That's all that the process needs to be. All right? So imagine then if someone came across and said, we should have all these people who are learning to better their lives and get skills and trades, and you know what's really good? If we see them play football. If we see them play basketball, that'd actually be a lot better. Because see, then they could focus on basketball, and they could focus on football, and they could focus on tennis and all this stuff. And who cares? Who cares about them doing stuff that actually matters? Who cares about them actually getting skills? Because here's the thing. As far as the NBA, as far as the NFL, most of these college students ain't going to get nowhere, dude. That's it. That's the end of their career, is college. So meanwhile, why the heck are they even doing it? You might say, well, you know, I mean, it you know, gathers money and things of this nature, and it's just all around people like it. Oh, okay. Well, if that's the case, well, why don't you give those college players some damn money? Oh no, it's good enough that we're just giving them school and tuition and stuff like this, and that they should be fine with that. Well, guess what? They're not fine with that. That's why they take money under the table, huh? That's why they do it. All right. The only way to ever stop it, and of course, I wouldn't expect people who are very into college sports to even ever be able to figure this out. The only way to ever stop it is if you start giving those children money over the table. That's the only way to ever stop it. Because then it would be public and everybody would understand, okay, yeah, these children are getting money. They're getting paid for their work, for their skills and their talent. They're actually getting paid and stuff, money, and they don't have to worry about, oh man, should I go to the NFL because I really need money and things of that nature. They wouldn't even worry about it, all right? It would be all over the table. However, I got to explain to you that the whole entire system, the entirety of the system, is over the top retarded, and it's retarded right in your face, just to make sure that you accept it. All right, this is outrageous. And like I say, you know, when it comes to most of the majority of the people who really get off to say college football and college basketball, you're talking about older gentlemen, you know, middle-aged, probably over that, who have no skills in football or basketball or whatever it is. They don't have no, you know what I'm saying? They live vicariously, these fans, through the young boys who are their heroes, all right? So, like I said, this is an all the way over the top retarded situation. I just wanted to bring it to your attention. Me personally, I'm not exactly interested, nor do I care about some sort of corruption. Really? Oh, there's corruption in college sports? Oh my God, that's news to me. That's news to me. Meanwhile, just to leave y'all off, you know, the end of the video. For example, I just heard of a website, and it's only an example, one example, but it's called skilltrade.org, and I heard of it, you know, yesterday, actually, because they're a sponsor of Ben Shapiro, and he was talking about them. And it was interesting because I was like, dude, I had this particular idea that these people are enacting. I had this idea years ago, right? The idea of bypassing university and bypassing college and all of its retardation and all of it's putting you into debt forever in for your whole life. I was like, why don't we just create like a website kind of like YouTube or something like that, a big old network in which people had different skills that they can offer you and little different lessons you learn directly from the person who does it. And guess what? It doesn't cost very much money. You can do it online. You don't have to even go nowhere. You can find out all the different skills and trades that you want. This is the idea that I had a long time ago. And of course, it would have to be comprised of hundreds to thousands of instructors, of people teaching you every last little bit of thing, whatever you want to learn. Guess what? Click on it, pay them a little bit of money, and you learn it, and you learn it, and you know it, and guess what? Now you can use it to make money. Now you can use it to make your community better. All right, that was an idea I had a long time ago, and of course I didn't have the resources to put that together. It's just an idea. But however, skillstrade.org is doing exactly that. It's doing exactly that. So you can skip university and all its bullshitting you around and taking all your money and also putting you in debt forever and ever of your whole life. And you could just pay a little tiny fraction of that to certain organizations, and I'm sure there's going to be more, such as Skill Trade, where they'll actually teach you exactly what you need to know. All right, for what it is that you want to do in order to make your life happy and successful and stuff like that, man. It's a wild world. We're balls deep up in the tribulation, y'all. I'm going to have to holler at y'all a little bit later. It's March 2nd, 2018. And thank you for joining me.